3 glasses of wine with my friend who's a doctor.
And that's what led us to this incident. On October 5th, 2025, officers at Nashville International Airport were dispatched to a gate after reports that a female had assaulted a Southwest Airlines employee.
Hands on her like this. No,
okay,
like this. Like this.
Let's get close to
That's how I put my hands on her.
Okay, let's stop that.
But she's being a mongrel.
Okay, let's stop that.
Being a mongrel. I put my hands on her like that. Like that. No, she actually. Do I look like a violent woman?
Let's step away and let me get your story. So we're now all around, all right? Let's separate you guys.
You know what? This is a power-hungry little.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. What happened? Start from very
from the beginning. I want to get on my flight.
Okay.
I've been here for a weekend.
Okay.
Did you spill any alcohol or anything?
Yes. She's drunk. Yes, we drank.
Okay.
We did music. We did.
You did the normal Nashville thing.
We did the Nash Vegas shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. I'm going home. My husband's waiting to pick me up at the other end.
Okay.
And this goes, I'm not letting you on the plane. And I'm like, what? Why?
Tell you why?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I'm fine.
Okay.
As she's saying that, I can automatically taste the alcohol coming through. So she's like, I need to get on this flight. I've been down here on a girls trip. We've been drinking or whatever. She's like, but I haven't been drinking today.
So have you had anything drink today? Be honest.
Yes.
Okay. How much did you drink here?
Nothing.
Nothing here, but just
But she's telling me she has to get on this flight. She's A-list. She has to get on the flight. So we finally start walking. We get in the middle. She want to stop and start talking. I'm telling her, wait, let's get over here. That's when she started putting her hands on me like, no, we finna, we need to talk. I gotta get on this flight. I'm like, no, man, step out the way. She's like, okay. She come over there and she started yelling at me, calling me a when y'all start doing this, Southwest.
I'm an A-list.
Okay. So
I'm an A-list person. So I went to get on, and the guy goes, well, no.
Okay, so
Southwest.
Southwest.
Like I am. I'm mad.
I get it. I get that.
But do I look like I'm super impaired? I am not. Just saying.
I don't make that choice. That's Southwest. Southwest is their own private company. They can deny boarding for any reason.
Because I'm a white woman. I'm a white woman, and I'm going to sue them.
Okay, so like I said, they can deny you for any boarding. We can get you rebooked. Where you find it?
My husband is waiting for me.
Okay, great.
That's when she started pushing up on me, like with her body, pushing me, hitting me with that bag that she got in her head.
This is what she
Stop
said.
touching me, okay? All right, let me try to help you out and get this figured out, okay? And then we'll go from there, okay?
She's like this. She just kept hitting me, like with her body, with her hands.
Oh my God, this is so horrible. Horrible. I am gonna sue Southwest. I'm an A-list person. Do I look like I'm stumbling over drunk? No, I don't. Do I? Do I deserve?
Clearly upset. I see you're clearly upset.
I'm mad.
Okay.
I'm so.
Keep our voice down, okay?
I can't tell you how mad I am.
Alright, well, let's just try to keep our voice down right now, okay?
You know what? This is cross discrimination. I am being discriminated against as a white woman traveling. I touched her. I touched her like that. I mean, okay. We do that. I'm old. I do those things.
That's up to you. That's completely up to you. That is.
All right, folks. This is about to take an ugly turn. An ugly turn. Okay. You've entered the right verdict, where 3 voices bring you one standard of justice. From viral trials to shocking verdicts, we break down the facts, evidence, and legal drama in real time. This one is a body cam. All right. So if you love true crime, real-time courtroom reactions, you're in the right place. All right. Nicole, what are your thoughts on this so far?
I have mixed thoughts. Well, yes, absolutely. She's had a weekend, but isn't that what Nashville is for? I mean, you don't go to Nashville to pray at various churches, or at least most people don't. It's a party place. But I do have issues with people who come into very public spaces like airports that require everyone in the group to be on their best behavior so we can all make it safely to our destination being this drunk. Now, if she didn't have any drinks today, her today must have started 15 minutes ago because this is lit. She got on 2 hats and her sundress and her crossbody, and she's giving them all the care and hell they can stand. And I'm not mad at her, except for she's trying to get on public transportation with all of that drunken energy. She needs a hotel room and a good night's sleep.
Yeah. Shelly, what are your thoughts? What is going on at the airports these days? It's all kinds of issues now. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, look, I thought about this woman watching this clip. I said there are 5 types of drunk that I came up with. Fun drunk, sloppy drunk, a pissy drunk, a mean drunk, and a functional drunk. She looks like a cross between the mean and the functional drunk, okay? So that's one thing. Number 2, if you were drunk, Southwest, American Airlines, all these other Delta, they do have the right to not allow you on their plane. And you know why? Because once you get on that plane, in that box, in that sardines can, if you will, that nobody can get out of, and we can't get out of at will, we are stuck. The rest of us are stuck with your behavior. And nobody knows how she's going to act when she comes down, okay? And when she's on the plane, she may ask for another drink, and they can refuse to serve her. All hell may break out. We don't want that. We don't want that on planes. We are tired of it.
Yeah. Under FAA rules, airlines cannot allow someone to board if they appear intoxicated. Okay. And then the key phrase here is appears to be intoxicated. You don't need a breathalyzer or a criminal conviction at the gate. But you can't be, with slurred speech, stumbling, belligerent, like you're going to see you can't do all that, or you will not be able to board.
This lady did say she smelled her. She did say she could smell.
That's what I was going to say. She said when she spoke to her, she didn't smell the alcohol. She tasted the alcohol. So, if you're going to be pissy drunk, and Shelly, I'm going to go with she's pissy, a little bit of sloppy, and heavy on the Karen side of drunk. Right. I mean, it seems it brought it up from her soul. Like she is letting her Karen flag fly. You knew she was going to be a problem when she started touching people. Just like, and so even the police officer is like, stop touching me. You've touched me enough. Okay, that's enough. But when people do that, generally speaking, if they're not related or in a close kind of relationship with somebody, it is socially unacceptable just to walk up and start touching people, especially when you have on 2 cowboy hats and your breath is like a dragon. Nobody wants that smoke. If you're willing to do that on the ground, what's going to happen once we get up in the air and they don't serve you any more Tito's? You're cut off the Chardonnay. There's no sweet red coming to you. Somebody's going to have to fight her on that plane to keep her from opening up the door. Do you know what I mean? So Southwest is doing the right thing. I don't know if the way they did it was, the right way to do it, but they absolutely made the right call because flying is not a right. It is absolutely a privilege. And if you are a menace to the public safety, you should not get on that plane.
Absolutely.
That's fine. Obviously, she's not.
We'll help you out through the process.
No, she's not going to.
Okay.
We're going to refund everything.
Refund. Okay.
Have an interaction with her.
You need to get a hotel or something.
I don't need a hotel.
Or you're going to have to find a hotel or somewhere to go.
So you're going to let them throw me off this flight, even though I am completely sober?
Okay. It's a privilege to fly, not a right, okay? So if the airlines decide to deny you boarding, okay, so if the airlines decide to deny you boarding, we will have to escort you off. So,
do I look like a messy drunk?
Like I said.
I don't, because I'm not.
What are we going to do? Are you going to get a hotel or not? Ma'am, stay over here. So, what are we going to do?
I want on my flight.
Okay, so
I want to go home and get in my bed.
No one wants to get home more than us, okay? But
really? Then what are you doing about that?
I don't work for the airlines.
Well, I think what you should do is say she's not exhibiting.
Okay, so this is what's going to happen.
And let's just talk about, before we keep going, at least up until this point, the police are so pleasant. I mean, they just are trying to keep it going. They want to get this woman to a safe place. We hear all this bad stuff about men in blue, the boys in blue. They're aggressive, and I'm sure there are those cases, but on many of these body cam videos, they are just trying to get these people to calm down. They want them to just follow clear direction and let's just move on. Shelly, what do you think?
No, I think in many cases that's the case. People nowadays, they don't have a filter, if you will, of how they are acting, particularly in public, no less. Okay, they just don't have that filter. This lady here, I'm going to go back to the drunken categories. I tend to think she has been drinking. She said not today or not at the airport, but I really think this is more of her personality than it is the alcohol.
That's the Karen part. That's the Karen part. But my favorite part of this video thus far has not been her old self with the 2 cowboy hats on and the crossbody, but the people in the background. The people in the background are like, they let this woman on this flight. I'm going to have to slap the hell out of her. I can see it coming. That whole row of people sitting behind her there who are looking, but the looks on their faces aren't, oh, this poor woman's going to get left behind and natural. They are looking like, cops, do your job. Lock this thing up. Put some cuffs on her, get her the hell out of here. Because again, you are a captive audience to this performance here in the airport. Imagine what it's like when you're 30,000 feet off the ground, right? Who's going to fight her? Now, good dibs on this guy that's walking past her with the blue diaper bag. He looked like he might take her out. Maybe the lady in the green jacket, you see, she's giving her the whole stink eye from where she is. But you don't want to be that person. You don't want to have to be the person who's going to have to go, full on air marshal to wrestle old Karen down because she wants more Tito's. Don't let her anywhere near the flight. And these cops are being too patient. Taser, taser, taser. Let me tell you.
Oh, wow.
Taser, I would have lit her up like Christmas.
At this point, I don't think there's a need for taser, but okay, let's keep going.
The second time
you're gonna get a hotel.
No, I'm not.
Or you're gonna go to jail. What would you rather do? I do not want to take you to jail, but I will.
Maybe what I'll do is go stay with my friend who's the oncologist. Maybe that's, I didn't touch you, don't touch me. Don't touch me, I didn't touch you.
And now, ma'am, lower your voice.
I'm furious.
That does not matter.
Okay, ma'am.
And she did touch him. Let's rewind it a little bit, so just in case you guys missed it.
I thought she did too, but actually he grabbed her. But I thought she did too. Yeah.
Let's see.
What about that?
I don't work for the airline.
Well, I think what you should do is say she's not exhibiting.
Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. Whether you're gonna get a hotel,
No, I'm not.
or you're gonna go to jail. What would you rather do? I do not want to take you to jail, but I will.
Maybe
Listen,
what I'll do.
Listen.
Maybe what I'll do is go stay with my friend who's the oncologist. And maybe that's, I didn't touch you, don't touch me. Don't.
What'd you
She
say?
put her hands on his face. She got real close. This is a problem. This is what I want to ask our audience, right? Why is it that at least today in 2026, people don't know how to keep their hands to themselves? Okay. What is it that why do you think that you get to, because you're angry, you're upset, that you have the right to put your hands on someone else? That person is probably equally angry and upset. But why do you think, not you personally, I'm just saying audience, why do you think that mindset says to whomever, oh, I get to put my hands on that person? Why? No. Number one, it's particularly if it's two adults. Okay, they're equal. They're both adults. You, just because you're furious and you're yelling more, you feel entitled, does not mean that your hands belong any place else except on your body.
Yeah.
Nicole,
I have
what do
3
you
words.
Mm-hmm.
Taser, taser, taser. Yep, I would shock her into some good sense. Sure enough, I fry those hats right off the top of her head. Zip, zip, zip. Yep. Some get right.
All right, here we go.
Don't touch me, I didn't touch you.
And now, ma'am, lower your voice.
I'm furious.
That does not matter.
Okay, ma'am. I've mentioned it to you several times, okay? So, who wants it? Who wants it?
Let's do it.
All right, man. Go ahead and put your phone down, okay?
No, I called my friend. I texted my friend.
You're under arrest, ma'am.
For what? For what?
Take your bag off. Do not resist. Do not resist. Do not try to hit me.
Stop it!
Stop.
I did nothing. I did nothing. I looked at my phone. You guys are such assholes.
Okay?
Relax.
Relax.
At all.
Relax.
I am not going to relax.
Giving you
Good
options.
for you.
I want you. I tried.
I said I'm going to call my friend and go to their house. Is what I said.
And I've given you several options, and I gave you.
And I said I'm going to go to their house.
And I've told you several times, and you weren't listening. Okay, so we're at this point now.
You guys are making.
Okay.
Can you please pick my watch up
Yep.
off the floor? And can you please not lose it?
It'll be placed in your bag.
Right in your bag. Okay.
That bag will be going with you to jail.
To jail.
Yes, correct. You are going to jail. Let's go.
Isn't that nice? I want to go to my friend's house. I don't want to go to a hotel. I want to go to my friend's
I've
house.
expressed it several times to you. Okay. And you were not listening.
You're not listening to me.
So, all right, ladies, and the chat, do you think that she should have been arrested, Nicole?
I would have arrested her much earlier on. See, this is my thing. They give them too much leeway, and then it becomes this big scene. Again, if this was out in front of a bar, I probably would not have even let it get this far with her. I'd be like, girl, keep walking. Just going about your business. But in a place where your personal safety depends on everybody acting a certain kind of way, this is incredibly disheartening. And the fact that she's $120 soaking wet, $125 with 2 hats on, and there are 3 cops wrestling her like she's Hulk Hogan, tells me there's something incredibly wrong with this woman. She needs to be out of this airport. This is the reason why people think that airports are not that safe anymore. Do you remember back in the day, you could get on a flight, you didn't have to worry about people acting up like this. You know, I'm going to say they should have handled this much, much earlier. Get her out of that part of the airport. She wants to go up top and have a hissy fit out front, have a hissy fit, but down by the gates, this is a bad look.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I understand. Yeah. So they are arresting her. Is it the choices were what, for her to leave or call someone, right? Because I was a little not sure fuzzy. Why. What was it?
I said I was a little fuzzy too, because they didn't really give her many choices. The choices were either get a hotel or go to jail. Right.
That's what I didn't understand. So that's why I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that they are arresting her for not leaving since she's not getting on the plane. So technically, once her plane has been, her flight is canceled or her reservation revoked, then she legally has no business at the airport, because you cannot be in the terminal now. After the Patriot Act, you cannot be in the terminal unless you are a ticketed customer. Okay. And so I'm guessing that's why they're arresting her, because she didn't leave. But short of that, this is just so frustrating. It's frustrating, not just, of course, for this woman and the police officers, but again, the other passengers. That flight is probably delayed, and that puts other things in cycle. Maybe your next flight is going to be delayed. All kinds of things. People have emergencies of why they're traveling, but because of the drunk and the behavior in the airport, no less, now most of the people are going to have to be inconvenienced. It's just unnecessary. Okay, it's unnecessary. At least if you're going to drink, don't at least appear. Be a functional drunk. Like I said, that was one of your choices. Be a functional drunk where you can hold your liquor, you can go to work, you can fly, and no one will know the difference.
Right. Now, someone in the chat was asking about sovereign citizenship. And we do see a lot of body cams with these people, with this bravado. I'm a sovereign citizen. You can't do this. You can't do that. So the question is, does sovereign citizenship actually provide immunity from anything? And the research that I've come up with is no. Sovereign citizens don't have special rights that any other person has. They have the same constitutional rights as everyone else. And what they don't have, though, is special exemption from the law. And those are the things we see on the body cams. Have you all heard anything about this?
Yes.
Yeah, there was a great case on the Eastern Shore here in Maryland of a sovereign citizen who was driving his car on Route 50. And if you've ever been to the Eastern Shore of Maryland, Route 50 is the major thoroughfare, 2 lanes on each side. It takes you from the western side of Maryland onto the Eastern Shore. So he's driving, and his tent is too dark, his tags are dead, and it's obscured. So he gets pulled over by a sheriff's deputy. And the sheriff's deputy walks up to the car and goes, hey, your tags are dead. Here in Maryland, they'll give you a ticket for it. Maybe a mandatory must appear if you're not really nice to them. But that should have been the end of it. But this guy, he asked him over and over again what his name was. He refused to identify himself. Then he was like, I'm not driving, I'm traveling. And that's something that you'll hear sovereign citizens say a lot, because the Constitution allows you to travel without being licensed. You can just use your 2 feet and walk anywhere you want to in this great nation. You can ride a bicycle, a skateboard, but when you get behind the wheel of a motorized vehicle, each state has its own laws that govern that particular thing. That's the part that the sovereign citizens don't want. They'll say, oh no, I don't do commerce with the state. Saying, I don't deal with the state. I don't pay taxes here. None of that's my business. I'm a sovereign citizen. I'm an original American, and I go by the original Constitution, not this newfangled thing, right? And if you were on the high seas, maybe you might, if you were on a Carnival cruise ship and pulled that sovereign citizens, you might get a free drink out of it. But generally speaking, what it's going to get you is either tased or taken down. And in this video I'm talking about with the gentleman from the Eastern Shore, he demanded, get a supervisor up here. Get a supervisor. I don't know why people do that. The supervisor always do that when they get there, and they're absolutely going to side with the cop. So the supervisor comes and he's like, what's the problem? And he's like, the cop explained it to him, pulled him over, dead tags, is giving me a hard time, doesn't want to identify. I told him if he doesn't put the window down, I'm going to break his window and remove him from the vehicle because I've asked him to get out of the vehicle. Well, the supervisor walks over and says, sir, I need you to step out of the vehicle. Put the window down and step out of the vehicle. He's like, what you say? This cop put his gloves on. That's the first sign that there's going to be trouble. When they put the gloves on, it's about to go down. This deputy grabbed the window, pulled the window out of the car, then grabbed the guy and pulled the guy out of the car. And it was crazy because this particular deputy is a friend of mine and he is the sweetest man. You would never think that he had that level of aggression. But like he says, like you says, they have the same rights as the rest of us. What makes you think that you can do that and no one else can? You're not special. I mean, as Americans, we're kind of special as a group, but individually, you're just like the next guy. Don't be a jerk. These sovereign citizens are absolutely a jerk. Mm.
Yeah. All right, let's keep it going here.
Said, I will go somewhere. I want to go to my friend's house. And that's what I was looking for on my phone, because I said, shit's going nutty here.
Well, you're more than welcome to go to your friend's house after you get booked, okay?
What the hell's wrong with you people? I mean, honestly.
I've been very patient and calm with you.
You haven't.
I have.
I'm not trying to resist you. I'm not. I want you to test me.
You just tried to hit my officer, okay?
I tried to hit you when you handcuffed me. Because you know what? I really don't like.
This one. We're going. For the call.
Can you please?
Yeah, good 10-6 work, Jeff.
Keep it all, people. Keep it all. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, that's it. Wow.
Where are we going?
Fastest way is going to be the stairwell on the right.
What?
Not pull away from me.
Don't
Go.
speak to me. You little twit. Man, you're not. Stop. I'm going to sue every one of you.
Let's go. We're here.
One of you.
We're going to search you and place you in.
Search me? Go ahead. I don't have a bra.
You know that.
Go of my.
No, I will not.
I am so mad.
We know you don't have a bra on, honey. You got 4 headlights here, 2 on the car, and 1 in that white dress.
Okay. Okay,
and you know what? You're a twit.
Okay.
Honestly, you people are so... You know, my daughter and her husband both went to the police academy. Can you let go?
No.
Let go of me, you dumbass. You people are so stupid. So stupid. So my son-in-law, his first week as a sworn officer, responded to a bank robbery. They shot at him. I'm going to milk this. Everything is... I had 2 glasses of wine this afternoon with my friend.
I see that you're upset, but
this is how you're treating me?
And I don't understand why she keeps naming that the friend is an oncologist. Is somebody here in need of some type of OBGYN exam? Or are they supposed to get a pap smear? Is she thinking that she can tease them with a free pap smear? What's going on? Hello?
We're here.
We're here. Why does she keep talking about this oncology?
Well, oncology, being a specialty, cancer treatment is a big thing.
I'm thinking of gynecologist, not oncologist.
Yeah, an oncologist is a big thing in certain circles, but this ain't the circle. This is not the circle. This is not the circle. These cops don't give a damn about her son-in-law, who's a sworn officer who got shot at a bank, and all of this. Again, I would not be entertaining this. She'd be searched and in the back of that car by now.
Yeah. Oh, we got some super chatters here. Let's see who we have. Oh, we don't? Oh, I thought I saw one come up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. Let's keep going.
You are all assholes. All assholes.
ma'am, stop, okay?
Let go of me.
Stop.
And can you get my hats,
Yes,
please?
ma'am. We'll get your hats, okay? Everything.
Oh, good.
Okay?
Let's put me in.
All right. Just sit right there for us, please.
Oh, isn't that nice?
You don't have a hobble just in case.
Besides, very patient with her.
Yeah, he gave her about 10 opportunities.
She almost tried to hit me.
She did. She swung at him whenever we were trying to handcuff her.
Did you watch the video yet?
No. She was she was in our faces the whole time. We couldn't even.
Yeah,
I couldn't even.
Got in my face right there.
She kept doing this to me.
Yeah.
she's kicking the door.
Let's go ahead and hobble.
I asked you 3 times to get my hats off the front of the car.
I'm kidding him. We're gonna get him.
Great.
I promise you, okay? We're gonna
Great.
get all your items.
Great.
All right, man, 6 feet out this way. If you kick me, you will catch another charge. Do you understand?
What is
Ma'am, I'm asking
wrong
nicely,
with you
nicely.
people? There you go.
Thank
Are
you. I
happy?
appreciate it.
Oh, isn't that nice? Does this make you all feel really
Sorry.
powerful?
Absolutely not.
I hope so. I hope this makes you all feel powerful. And I'm sure your moms are also proud. My daughter's a cop. This would make me so powerful.
Well, tell her thank you for her service, okay?
Yeah, you know what? I'm not publicly intox. They're wrong. I'm mad. I'm mad that they're accusing me of something I'm not. So if you're going to arrest me for something, you better be able to prove it. What are you? Are you a police person?
I am, but tonight I'm in charge of the fire hall.
What?
I am a police person, but tonight I'm in charge of the fire hall in case an
So
aircraft
you're
catches
not
fire.
a police person.
I am.
So you're sitting with someone who is arrested, and you're not a police person.
I am a certified police officer in the state of Tennessee.
You are not tonight, though.
My certification doesn't go away just because I wear a different uniform.
Actually, you're just a civilian tonight. What?
No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah, you pretty much are. I am detained.
Yes, you are.
Welcome.
What?
Took your handcuffs off?
What?
Took your handcuffs off?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I got all of it off. You're all fucked. If you would have just tested me for being drunk and disorderly, I would have proven you all wrong. You're
Are you going to spit again? Because we're going to put
It's
this over your
cutting.
head.
No.
Are you going to spit on me again?
No, it's cutting off my circulation.
No, it's not. I can get a fan.
Oh my God, that hurts so much.
Get back in.
Oh my God, I need to to call my husband.
You'll call your husband in jail. Do not kick me. If you do not kick me.
I got out of it once. I'll get out of it again. Leave me alone.
What?
Leave me alone. Just take me wherever you're going to take me.
It's going on you because you keep spinning. I got it.
Nope.
I got it.
How does that feel? That I got out of everything you put me in. You dumb shit.
Well, good job. Call another charge.
Where do you want me to hook this? All right. Come on. We're almost there. Here.
Come on. What do you want to do?
Let's go.
Already beat the shit out of me.
Take a seat.
You are f***ing douchebag.
Wait, how she get so wet? She look like a wet dog now.
Because she had this spit mask on and it's hot, right? It's hot. And, one thing that these officers well damn know, that most women can get out of handcuffs quite easily. They're not designed for the way that women move or the shape of women's wrists, right? So where men's wrists get bigger and wider, women get thinner and thinner. So it's very easy for women to wiggle out of handcuffs, especially if you're not a thicker type person. If you're a normal size or smaller person, easy to get out of. The hobble, though, was a bit much. I didn't think that she needed to be hobbled in the first place. They could have got in the car and drove her to the jail, but hobbling her because they thought she might kick them was doing a lot, especially since she was already secured in the back of the vehicle. I can pretty much guarantee you that she's going to have all kind of bruises and whatnot when she wakes up in the morning from all of this gymnastics she's been doing to get out of these things. But you see on a lot of body cam videos, women getting out of their handcuffs very easily. It's just something that happens.
Yeah. Shelly, what are your thoughts there?
I don't have many more thoughts. I do think that number one, I wanted to go back to the sovereign citizen, because we went ahead on that. I wanted to say that number one, the sovereign citizen, like we said, that's it's not going to work. But number two, because you are in the country, even as Americans, it's implicit. It's already implied that you have some allegiance to our Constitution and our laws, regardless of which state you're in. So if you go to Wyoming, just because you're there as a free citizen, that means you are at least implying that you are going to obey the laws of Wyoming, whatever state you happen to be in. So that's what I think people need to understand about that, the sovereign citizen. In theory, we're all sovereign citizens because America is a sovereign country. So, I don't even know why people bring that argument up. Number one. Number two, when Nicole mentioned, like, when the police came to that particular incident, you were saying how the supervisor comes. If you notice also, most of the time when the supervisor does come, they don't override the original police officer. Very rarely, if ever. Even let's just say, even if the police officer may be, wrong, overly zealous, whatever the case, but they very rarely, if ever, override that particular police officer. You know why? Because at that particular time, they are trying to maintain a semblance of order so that it doesn't get out of hand. Yes, the supervisor will not and should not allow the officer, quote unquote, to abuse the arrestee. However, they're trying to maintain and contain it in that little space until they get to the jailhouse or wherever they're going. So this is the kind of things people need to think about. All of those other, most of the time, particularly for traffic stops, if you just are calm and comply, it will be over with. You might get a ticket, you may get a verbal, and that's it.
Yeah. I think you got it right there, Shelly. When you see these people, not only soft sits, but you see them standing, arguing with police officers, the law over on the road. That's not what they're there for. They're not legislators. They don't make the law. They're not lawyers. They don't argue the law. They're law enforcement, right? The law says that you have to have active tags to drive on the road. Your tags are dead. There's no need for further discussion. Anything aside from that is just you wasting your breath and making them angry and prohibiting from doing other things. It just kind of exacerbates a situation that's already kind of fraught with tension, because we've all seen the videos where the officer just makes a traffic stop, walks up to the car, and the occupants of the car either take off, almost killing the cop, running them over, or they start shooting at them. I mean, there was a video today where a guy who wasn't even involved in that traffic stop ran up on an officer and pepper sprayed him.
Wow.
He wasn't even getting the ticket. It wasn't even, his traffic stop. So they do have to keep their head on a swivel. The least you can do is comply.
Yeah. One more thing about this. You mentioned, Nicole, that she might have bruises. She probably will. And I'm going to say this. You might not agree, but I might be wrong. But because she'll have bruises, I bet you she probably will have a good case. At least a civil suit, a civil rights violation or whatever. And this is another reason I'm saying that, because the officer said when she was in the car that she was detained. Okay. There's a difference between detaining and arrest. So I don't know at what point it changed from detaining and arrest, but she was detained, and I don't know what the time frame may be. I don't know. Again, this was in Nashville?
Yes.
Right. And I thought they did say when they arrested her in the airport, I thought they said
told her she was under arrest. Yeah, and they brought
well,
her out.
they did say that, but then just now on that one they said you're being detained. So
well, that was that was just an officer he wasn't the one that actually arrested her.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't see on the faces, but I couldn't see on the faces.
I think it was detained as in the definition of detained, but she had been officially arrested.
Okay, well that may be the case then, but she may. I'm not saying she does. Definitely, she may, particularly if she has bruises and they did not do a breathalyzer. At least so far as we can see. I know this may be cut up a little bit, but at least so far as we can see, she may have. If she gets a good lawyer, she could have a civil suit at least.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. Let's keep going, folks. There's still more to come here, but before we get into it, you guys have been taking our poll. So this is a body cam video right now, but we're going to start a new trial and break it down and bring you guys all the footage from the trial. Mm-hmm. And so we did a poll asking you what trial you want us to cover next. So the poll included the David case, Michael Jackson, Brian and Loretta Hooker, and the Don Lemon case. So we have right now Don Lemon is winning with 36% of the vote, followed by Michael Jackson. So this would be the older Michael Jackson case. And then David with 23% and Brian and Loretta Hooker at 12%. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you vote in our poll. Because we only have 26 votes, but we have many more people watching. So vote in the poll as to what you want to hear us cover, or you want to see us cover next.
Do you guys know about these cases? Do you know what I'm sure everybody knows about Michael Jackson's case, but the David case, what might not be familiar to people who don't follow pop culture pretty much. KJ, you were following that case with David and the girl with the body in the car.
Right. It was another younger guy. He's an American singer. And basically back in September of last year, the police discovered a dismembered body of a 14-year-old inside the vehicle registered to him. So following, the ID of her, he was actually on a tour and I think I believe the tour was canceled and he was arrested back in April of this year. And so he is now being held without bail. But the crazy thing about this, there's a lot of people are saying there's witchcraft and stuff involved in this case also. It's very bizarre. So, this is one of the cases it's actually, he got a delay in the trial starting. So now it's set to start June 29th, I believe, or 28th, somewhere around the end of June. So that's that one. And there's what was the other one? Brian and Loretta Hooker, Nicole. Mm-hmm.
Shelly was talking about Brian and Lynette Hooker. Okay. So she's the Michigan woman who disappeared in the Bahamas. Shelly, if I'm right.
Yeah, they were boaters. I think they were in the Bahamas. Yes, I could. It just my train of thought, but yes, but she went overboard, so he says, and he was out for I think a day or so before he made it back to shore, claiming that she went overboard, never resurfaced, and as of today, they still haven't found this woman. The daughter has been on a couple of weeks ago. The daughter was making some rounds, basically saying that that it's not his daughter. I think that's his stepdaughter, her daughter. Right. They were making. She was making rounds saying that their relationship was. This is my word, somewhat volatile anyway, off and on. So it's not all that it seems to be. So.
All right.
I think that's going to be an interesting case too, because his defense is going to be she's still alive. That's going to be his defense. She never got back on a boat. GPS coordinates are still saying that she's in the Bahamas. So
yeah, well, folks, again, make sure you take part in our poll, because we're going to, depending on which case you guys decide, that'll be our next case that we talk about here on The Right Verdict. And as you come in, make sure you hit that like button. We're a fairly new channel, so you want to get the word out about this channel. We want this to blow up. Also, your super chats, they go a long way in keeping us online and putting out this content, and we appreciate your support. So if you're enjoying this and you want to see more, the super chats would help us with that as well. All right, so let's see what else happens to this drunkard Karen. All right, here we go.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm crying. I'm crying and spitting. It wasn't personal.
Okay, at least I took off your mask for you, did I not?
Thank you.
Okay.
But I didn't do it purposely.
Let's move out of here.
I didn't do it purposely.
The law doesn't say.
So numb.
If you wouldn't have slipped your cuffs, you would have gotten the more comfortable ones. So
do you know? I did it because I could.
Okay, there you go.
I have 4 fucking kids.
You would have behaved if this wouldn't have happened.
This was not real. I had 3 glasses of wine with my friend who's a doctor.
Okay.
I said test me. I'm not drunk.
The law doesn't say we have to test you for public intox.
Southwest decided not to prosecute. However, the officer she spat on was willing to prosecute. The woman was charged with disorderly conduct, public intoxication, resisting arrest, and assault on a law enforcement officer, which was filed as a felony. As of now, the case remains open with her next court appearance scheduled for April 2026.
There it is. So you heard what they said. The airlines didn't file suit. It was the officer who wound up eventually filing suit. So what are your thoughts there, Nicole?
She'll get a slap on the wrist. She'll get some community service. She'll get probation. It won't be anything that's going to deter her from, now she's up to 3 glasses of wine with her friends. Remember, she started out with none when she was first in the airport. I didn't have any drinks today. Then she went to 2 drinks, and now she's at 3 drinks. She had a bottle and a half and probably a couple of top offs when she got to the airport. She topped off.
And some Xanax.
I think that's her personality though, KJ. I'm going to say that. I think Shelly was right that this is definitely drunkard behavior, but a lot of that undercurrent of that maternalistic school of thought is just who Karen is. It's just who she is, and she said that. I'm not blankety blank. They bleeped it out. This is just how we do it. This is how I am. No, you don't get to be this person. Not on public transportation. You want to be that person? Get yourself a private jet. Get your oncologist doctor friend to get you a PJ and fly you back home. But if you're going to fly on Southwest of all things, on Southwest, that's not the place. That's not the place for that kind of behavior.
Yeah, I agree. Shelly, final thoughts on this body cam case?
I want to find out her name because I really want to get an update since her trial was her court date was April 2026. So there should be some updates. I want to try to find out the resolution, what it was. I don't think, unlike Nicole, I don't think she's going to get jail time. She's probably going to get, community service, probably has to go to AA and all of those types of groups to get that feedback. This idea of her throwing out, her son or her daughter was a cop and her son-in-law and the oncologist. This is all this idea of, I know people. I have this status. It's a status excuse, if you will. This proximity, this 7 degrees of knowing so-and-so. If I were her daughter, I would be embarrassed, especially if she's a cop. I would be embarrassed. I wouldn't even want them to know that she was my mother at that time. Okay. So look, people, like you're right, Nicole, Southwest, don't get on Southwest and Delta, 2 airlines that I love. Please don't get on there with this stuff with me, because when I travel, if it's one thing I want to do, I want to, short of an airplane, malfunction, emergency, I want to get on the damn plane and get off on time. I want to do that. Okay, I want to get where I'm going. Y'all know how I am about time. I like to get where I'm going in time, in due time. And I don't do last minute flights where I gotta rush. I don't do that. I like to schedule my flights, well ahead of whatever the event is, so I can get there and relax and be cool, calm, and collected.
Right. All right. Well,
that's where we're different, Shelly, because I'll walk into the airport and buy a ticket the same day. I'm that girl. Listen, about to sit like, woo, let's go to Vegas. Let's go. I'm definitely that person, but very much like you, I wanted to leave on time and land on time because, time is precious. And the last thing you want to be is miss a connection, whether it's your ride home or a connecting flight, or a train ride, especially if you're riding a train somewhere, because Karen then had too many Chardonnays. I mean, come on. That's why the people in the airport gave her the standing ovation. Nobody wants to ride with that. Nobody wants.
And honestly, I don't mind if you had too many Chardonnays, but you got to be able to handle yourself. Believe me, I love to go to the airport. I'll find myself the greatest restaurant or bar in the airport. And, I just, especially if you're going on vacation, you're there to have a good time. But goodness, I've never been like that. That's crazy. It's the way you act, people. When you're taking in, a cocktail, and that was not it. So yeah, we entitled white woman, as American Woman said, entitled, but entitled Karen is what I call her. There are so many videos of black, white, Asian, all of them. People will act a fool with the police, and I never understand why, because guess what they say in the South, you get more bees with sugar than honey, or what is it, honey?
You get more honey you get more bees with honey, than salt.
Vinegar.
Exactly. Well, than vinegar, I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so I just, all you got to do is follow directions, and they let you go. But she was out of her mind. So we will be back. We'll be back next Thursday, right, ladies? So again, vote in the poll. Let us know which case you want us to tackle next. Let me see what we have here now. So we got 29 votes. 30 votes. All right. So still leading is Dawn Lemon, with Michael Jackson coming in second, and David coming in third with 23%. Okay. All right.
Well, let me tell you something, you guys. That Michael Jackson case, revisiting that case is going to be good. Revisiting that case is going to be delicious. So now that we know what we know, when we didn't know that stuff back then. But that's going to be good. That would be my vote. That would definitely be my vote.
All right. I'm sorry, I got to bring my gavel. Y'all said I got my gavel.
Yeah.
Court is dismissed.
We should do that. We should have done that in the beginning.
No, I said court is dismissed.
Oh, okay. Oh, you got one too? Well, I gotta get one.
I got several.
That's right. You gotta get one.
So I can get myself a gavel.
I got lots. I got one that's covered in crystals. It was a gift.
Oh wow!
When I was elected, the first time I was elected first vice chair. So yeah.
Go ahead and get one so we can all have it. We all have it. We all bang out. We all tap out 1, 2, 3, or court dismissed. 1, 2, 3.
All right. Well, tomorrow, folks, you can catch us tomorrow night on Poppin' Politics. Poppin' Politics tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Got a great show. We're covering UFC at the White House. Going to be a huge event, but there may be some issues there as well. So we're going to cover that tomorrow and much, much more. You don't want to miss it. Pop and Politics tomorrow night at 9 p.m. All right. So we will see you guys on next Thursday. Have a great night.